vegan, do our part in shielding ourselves.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programas offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nossos programas oferecem vários idiomas. Acesse suprememastertv.com/schedule.
And he just wants to do good for his people. That's a good employee of the people.
He is.
And the bad employees, they don't fire them. The good ones, they're misunderstood. Mostly because of the media.
Right.
I blame the media.
Please keep watching to find out more.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Today's episode will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, Aulacese, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, Czech, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, and Thai. Guten Tag means good day in German, the official language of Austria. My name is Felix. The dedicated citizens of Austria embrace their oneness with all of God's creation. Austria is a Central European nation, renowned for the majesty of its Alps mountains, clear streams, and verdant valleys. With 6 national parks, 12 designated UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and countless fairy tale castles, Austria is a land where the gifts of both nature and history are cherished. Austria is respected for being one of the world's most peaceful and eco-friendly nations. Along with the harmony of its people, Austria is among the top global organic growers. The national government has established high standards for organic food production, and it actively supports organic farmers. The city of Vienna is known not only as Austria's capital, but it is also the European capital of classical music. Gifted composers like Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Joseph Haydn, and Franz Schubert are just a few of the historic figures whose legacies were created in Vienna. Classical concerts celebrating their work are held in venues like Vienna's Schönbrunn Palace Gardens, where they continue to enthrall audiences today. Besides music, Austrians celebrate many other forms of creative expression. Architecture as an art can be seen in the design of distinguished modern buildings, while Swarovski crystals, an Austrian fifth-generation creation, continue to dazzle with their unique beauty. We were especially happy to introduce culturally rich Austria to you, cheery viewers. May you progress spiritually and achieve a higher level of consciousness. For decades, Supreme Master Ching Hai has illuminated our world with her divine teachings. A fully enlightened master, she imparts the Kuan Yin method of meditation to those desiring to immediately discover the God nature within, to achieve in one lifetime eternal liberation from the cycle of transmigration. The Kuan Yin method has been practiced by all enlightened masters, such as the worshipped world-honored one, Shakyamuni Buddha, the worshipped Son of God, Jesus Christ, the venerated master and philosopher Confucius, the venerated Lord Krishna, the venerated master and philosopher Lao Tzu, the venerated Lord Mahavira, the beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and many more. Supreme Master Ching Hai emphasizes that if we always remember God, render selfless service to others, and follow the laws of the universe, we will reach our highest potential as humans and truly understand our purpose on Earth. An extraordinary living example of compassion, she lovingly and regularly sends material and financial assistance to refugees, the homeless, natural disaster victims, and others needing relief. Supreme Master Ching Hai respectfully thank all special individuals, organizations, leaders, and governments for all your genuine, loving, ongoing support. May heaven bless you forevermore. We, the Supreme Master Ching Hai International Association members, are also sincerely grateful for your expressive kindness, wishing you the best. Supreme Master Ching Hai receives love and recognition from various organizations, media, governments, individuals, and many awards, such as the 2006 Gusi Peace Prize, considered the Nobel Peace Prize of the East, the World Spiritual Leadership Award in 1994, the Mahavir Award in 2008, February 22nd and October 25th, both proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day, an honorary citizen of the United States, etc., and has been honored throughout the years with numerous other awards and accolades for her outstanding philanthropic and humanitarian deeds, and has been honored throughout the years with numerous other awards and accolades for her outstanding philanthropic and humanitarian deeds. etc. We apologize for not being able to show many other awards and honors for lack of space and time. Supreme Master Ching Hai respectfully thank all special individuals, organizations, leaders, and governments for all your genuine, loving, ongoing support. May heaven bless you forevermore. We, the Supreme Master Ching Hai International Association members, are also sincerely grateful for your expressive kindness, wishing you the best. A true voice for our beautiful animal friends, Supreme Master Ching Hai promotes the peaceful, loving, plant-based diet and envisions, with humanity's awakening to the sacredness of all life, a tranquil and glorious all-vegan world where animals and people live in respectful harmony. Her initiatives included alternative living flyer distribution, the international vegan restaurants Loving Hut, vegan food companies, vegan fur products, Supreme Master Television, as well as writing and speaking to influential government and media leaders, participating in televised conferences on climate change, etc. Whether we are aware of it or not, her efforts have been an enormous influence on global awareness of the animal-friendly lifestyle, and how this benevolent way can bring lasting peace among nations while saving our planet from climate change and disasters. Supreme Master Ching Hai has traveled worldwide and held discourses with the public and her disciples on a variety of spiritual topics. Today we are blessed to present a recent insightful phone conversation between Supreme Master Ching Hai and a Supreme Master Television team member entitled Why Do Good People Suffer in This World? Part 5 of 6, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on September 3rd, 2021.
Any comment, any other question?
No, I just hope they start to consider people's lives and act on that. I truly hope.
Yeah, you hope. The politicians, most of them don't consider anybody except their own position or going up on the ladder of the political promotion. They don't care about people. Trump does care about people.
Yes,
he
does.
genuinely cares. I'm glad there's someone like that in America that I know. And there are some more, I guess, but I am not very familiar with politics anywhere, except on some occasions when you guys ask me, and I know from the news and from my own observations, then I tell you. Otherwise, I'm not really interested in politics.
Yes, Master.
Everywhere is similar. Very rare some people really care for their citizens. And even if they do, other people will take them astray. And sooner or later, alone you cannot fight the whole pack of wolves.
Yes, Master.
That's that. Either you lose or you have to be with them. Or they make you lose. Okay?
Yes.
They eliminate you one way or another, like President Trump.
You deal with people that are very deceptive, but they'll go, Mr. President, tell me, who's the country that's most difficult to deal with? Is it Russia? Is it China? Is it North Korea? Sir, is it North Korea? And I go, no, well, by far, the most difficult country to deal with is the U.S. It's not even close. And they all say, you got to be kidding. And I say, no, I'm actually probably not kidding. We have very, very deceptive people. We have some people that I think they're sick in some ways. And we deal with them, we just deal with them. But it's a shame. It's a shame. But, the inner workings of the U.S. are very, very difficult. Unless you want to sit there and do nothing, or unless you want to accede to doing everything they want to do. And we don't want to do that.
If I were President Trump, I'm glad at least that he's still alive. and well. You never know.
It's good that there's a person like Trump still with influence in America.
Has some influence, yes.
Yes,
it's
it does.
Good.
Yeah.
It's good. I don't know why, I just love America. I love Americans. You can see the soldiers, they're trained to kill, to combat, but they're so soft.
Yes, they are.
So sympathetic. You can see all the photos and the clips at the Kabul airport.
Yes.
In such a heat, and they have to wear so much clothes and boots and guns, and even though a small gun, but heavy. And then their backpack
yes.
and hat and all this heat on them. They're still so nice and friendly.
Yes.
Smiling and loving to the kids.
Yes.
And to the women and elderly.
Right.
So nice.
Yes. Yes.
If the Americans are like that, they're worthy of praise. Now, they are making a very good impression of Americans.
Yeah, it's true.
Shoulders apart. They're so nice, so loving, so kind. Even giving the kids their own water bottle.
Right, yeah.
When over there, at the moment they're on duty, it's so precious.
Yes.
And they're so heated in that sun, and they even think of the children, giving them water, giving them their own snacks, their own ration. I saw that.
Oh.
And I'm really very touched.
It is very touching.
Yeah, yes. Maybe that's why I love Americans.
Yeah, I think many people love Americans for that.
Yes.
Yes.
And they are the most charitable race on earth, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Most charitable citizens in the world. They give a lot. They give very generously out. Also daily or commonly, they're helping each other, helping neighbors and all that.
Yes.
Unconditionally. And they volunteer to do a lot of work. No pay. Just volunteer to help elderly people, to help here, help there, and help animals. They're really good.
Yeah, wonderful people.
Yes, yes, wonderful. That's why God considered them, to reward them with a good president like Trump, so that he can take care of them.
Wow.
And save all these billions, trillions of money from the war to help the Americans to build up a better life for them.
Yes.
Yeah. Just more care, more protection, more comfortable life instead of just paying taxes and then have nothing.
Understand. Yeah.
God rewards them, but the ordinary Americans, maybe not all of them understand this. And they just listen to all the media blowing out of proportion about Trump this, Trump that. He didn't do anything wrong.
No.
No, they just sometimes outright lie, sometimes unproportionate bias, the news, all the time. All his presidency has never been kind and good. Just only some media are really kind to him, reporting the truth. Many are not good to him. Many are bad for him. Very, very bad. They're killing him with pens.
Look, what's troubling about this is we're talking not about opinion shows. We're talking about ABC, CBS, NBC, the nightly news. Supposed to be nonpartisan, supposed to be bias-free. And remember, 24 million people on average watch those shows a night, so it still has influence. And 24 million is a lot. That's more than average for the World Series. But when 9 out of 10 stories are negative towards an administration, that's bias in broad daylight. And before anybody says, well, that's Media Research Center, they're a conservative outlet. Pew Research did a similar study for all of 2017 and came essentially to the same conclusion.
They refuse to cite in any way, shape, or form any of his successes, and that includes moving the needle on economic growth, the greatest jobs market that we've seen, arguably in our history. Foreign policy is arguably even more dynamic than economic policy, creating the beginnings of Middle Eastern peace. All of these things are not talked about at all in the press. And when you take a look at what President Trump has done in the face of coronavirus, he stopped all travel on January 31st. That was a huge move. So I think that there's a lot of honesty that still needs to come out about this whole legacy of Trump.
But he didn't start any new wars. So you go down the list, and when you look at things like the destruction of Iraq or the implementation of a torture regime, what has Donald Trump done that even remotely compares in terms of moral evil to any of that? Nothing.
I would argue, and I did argue on air often, that you treated a whole other standard for you. If you had sons that lied on a gun permit, threw a gun in a dumpster, smoked crack, got money from Ukraine with no experience, Kazakhstan no experience, Russia with no experience, a $100,000 shopping spree and a $1.5 billion deal with the Bank of China with military connections. I have a funny feeling that the media would go after you. It would be unrelenting. Why does Joe Biden get a pass?
Oh, I don't know how that guy still stays standing and strong. If it were me, maybe I dropped that already. I cannot bear. I can't stand all that untruthful reporting and name-calling, black smearing and all that stuff. It's truly not a gentleman's way of treating a president, especially he's harmless and he's only for peace.
Yes.
And only caring for his co-citizens.
And now here, this is the analysis of Donald Trump. Around him, I perceive a positive, humanly warm, self-confident energy. The pressure around him he tries to hide completely in order to concentrate on the essential, namely the people and their tasks. I can feel how he really wants to do something good that seems to be very important to him. He keeps on doing it, even if it costs him a lot of effort at the moment. Interestingly enough, it feels like there is much acceptance and calmness for his situation, and he seems really to accept it. Finally, I perceived a female close to him, being from the spiritual world, which supports him and which he can perceive relatively consciously for the first time in his life, changing his perspective and relativizing the things that were normally important to him.
That is the way a president should do. First caring for his citizens.
Right, yeah. He truly loves the people.
Yeah, he does. He does care. He does care. Also because he doesn't need any money or he doesn't need to take bribes or anything.
Yeah.
He's just self-sufficient. And he's been working to earn his place in the society.
True.
And then he just wants to do good for his people. That's a good employee of the people.
He is.
And the bad employees, they don't fire them. The good ones, they're misunderstood. Mostly because of the media.
Right.
I blame the media.
Sincere viewers, we appreciate your company for today's episode entitled, Why Do Good People Suffer in This World? Part 5 of 6, on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is The Great Mystery from the Soul of the Indian, Part 1 of 2, on Words of Wisdom, right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more positive programming. May your life be guided by the divine. A man is ethical only when life, as such, is sacred to him, that of plants and animals, as well as that of his fellow man. Dr. Albert Schweitzer, MD, vegetarian.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.